Alright, y'all. Welcome back to another installment of the Cozy Podcast. Here with my mans, I'm Isaiah. You feel me? My boy Steady Wave. Today, we got special guests on the podcast. Our homegirl Zakaya from high school. You feel me? So, introduce yourself real quick before we get into it. You feel me?
Okay, I'm Zakaya. I like to go by Fefelatour. I got a podcast. I do lashes. I like to talk. I like to bring good vibes, good energy. You feel what I'm saying? You feel I like people to feel me in a room, but I like to just have fun
Word.
and motivate. So I'm happy to be here with y'all today and let's talk about it.
Word. Happy to have you. You feel me? And we got a returning guest today. Our man's Allie Bandz. You feel me? So.
Yeah, you know I had to pop out for her.
Yeah.
Always supporting 100%, nigga.
Word. Shout out to our co-host Bria, you feel me, and our man's Nuke in the back, you feel me, behind the camera.
Bria from State Farm, you already know what the fuck going on.
Feel me? So, yeah, you feel me? It's Black History Month, so today we wanted to, take the time to acknowledge, Black history on our behalf, you feel me, acknowledge the stuff that we've been doing as of late, as individuals, and, just shine light on our own lineage. So I guess you could start it off if you want to, just shed light on what you've been doing as of late that you feel like is of importance, and you feel me, talk about, you feel me, your family background and how that plays a part in your life.
Before we do that though, how was y'all week?
It's good.
Shit, man. That's been
Regular.
working.
I only worked 3 days this week.
I was supposed
Thursday,
to go
Friday.
to work today, but I called out. Fuck that. I was tired.
Ooh, why you call out?
I was tired. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Nah, I
nigga
be
say,
like
I was
that. You
tired.
gotta
Really do.
money
And I be
ain't everything when
working-
your body tired.
I be
Nah,
working
no.
outside too. It be cold.
Nah, I feel you.
I be walking around all damn day. That shit.
Yeah. Your body will tell you when it's time to call out.
Definitely.
Yes, had
Anything-
to go to work.
Everything.
Anything extraordinary happened to y'all this week?
Extraordinary.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was 3 full moons and
Yo, did you
Yeah,
see the one last night?
Yeah, you
Bro,
saw
Yeah,
that
the
one
shit
last
last
night.
That
night
was
was
a fourth night.
mad.
What you
I'm
mean?
like, yo,
But that shit was
special coming.
big as
Nah.
I know,
hell,
like,
bruh.
It
Yeah.
was like every night. That's weird.
But
Yeah, but
Full
last
moon?
night the moon was looking
big as
crazy.
hell.
It was beautiful though. Like,
she was looking like it was about to drop.
Man,
Fall off the
that shit was
sky.
looking close as
listen,
hell.
Yeah.
word.
What? I didn't even peep that.
That was special.
Yeah, me neither. I wasn't paying.
Shit.
I think because I was fucked up. My bad. But I ain't even peep that shit. I don't even look at. Sometimes I look at the moon when I'm driving, but I ain't peep that shit.
Nah, but how was your whole birthday weekend? You feel me so far?
Oh, it's good. I went to Delta's, had some ribs,
see.
potato salad, and mac and cheese. But the mac and cheese was ass. That shit tasted like dishwater.
Damn.
What the fuck?
That shit was nasty as hell. Like, but I took some cute pictures of me in my dress because I don't know if like the viewers know me or whatever, but I dressed like mad chill, mad regular. But I was in a dress with heels on, and I got my feet done. I don't. Oh.
Like I said.
This nigga speaking in tongues back there.
But then I went to this trampoline spot, but that shit was high key ass because it was hella little kids. But the reviews made it seem like it was finna be, people my age there. Cause I'm a big ass kid. Like I don't gotta do all that clubbing shit, whatever. I like fucking doing goofy shit. That shit was ass. Niggas paid $30 left in like 30 minutes. Like that shit was so ass. Then I went to the mall.
$1 a minute you get from me.
He said
What I get
$1 a
from the mall?
minute.
I just got food. That's the way I try to think about it, but you feel me? Nah, fuck that. It was not even worth it. I got food from the mall. And that's pretty much it. My birthday actually tomorrow, but tomorrow, you feel me? I'm gonna find something to do. 23.
Happy birthday to Bria.
23.
Word, happy birthday.
Happy fucking birthday.
Happy birthday.
Tell me how old
Man.
you turning though.
23. Facts I did, but I'm repeating for the people. 23.
Okay.
My Jordan year.
Yeah, nah. You have to go crazy.
No,
Jordan.
definitely.
Shit.
For real though.
Y'all
It's like,
peep
it's
how.
really, it's really the prime of your whole 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like 23 to 25. Like once you get 27, you damn near 30 already. So
Facts.
Nah, I think 25 is like the prime because like you really in yourself Like, you're a little more mature. Like, now you know, like, I'm not playing that shit.
Yeah, my
You feel
coworker
me?
was like, you turning 23. Why you ain't going? I'm like, nigga, you were like, I'm 25. I'm 23. The fuck? Like, but, like, I'm not really an outside person. I don't really go outside like that, so I ain't into all that clubbing and partying and shit like that. I like chill shit, so I'm always keep it chill for the special occasions.
That's when our frontal lobe is developed.
Y'all really feel like 27 the prime,
At
though?
25.
27.
27?
Wait, who said 27 the
I
prime?
ain't say 27.
No,
I feel like
25.
I feel like 25 is
Yeah,
kind of
like
like
you're
even.
20,
Like,
25.
I don't know,
to
bro.
Because you're already halfway
25
there.
to-
Halfway there.
nah, prime
halfway
is
there.
17.
Nah.
17.
Of your life?
I was feeling 17.
Nah, yeah. I was telling this nigga.
Chill,
was
chill,
17.
Nice.
chill.
Nah, that was the best year of my life so far.
What Nicki
But
Minaj say?
Nick's still young,
I'm in
though.
my prime. Optimal.
I don't know.
Sagittarius.
I feel like
Now, when we turn 33 and shit like
Yeah, I
that,
feel
that's when
like-
we're in our prime for real.
I feel like once we hit in our
Prime of life,
30s,
Yeah, that's gonna be the best time.
23?
We're gonna make more money.
Yeah.
We're gonna become
I'm talking
wiser.
about being in the
everything.
prime of your 20s, though. 'Cause
Like-
once you turn 30, nigga.
I mean, I don't think we don't even really know what's going on for
Yeah, I
real.
don't think so.
Nah,
like-
you right. You 100%
like,
correct.
We still transition into adults for real. So
Right.
you know
I
what
still
I'm
feel
saying?
young as hell.
Yeah, like.
No.
Nah,
for
me
real.
too. I was just telling the nigga, like, I was literally just 12. Like,
But I understand what you
I see
mean by
the
when
same
we
shit.
17, we're in our prime. Like I understand, cause we like a fresh slate. Like
Word.
so I
It's the
understand.
last year before.
But if you really, when you really think about it, like it's just because they make adulthood seem so stressful. Like adults can't have fun no more. That's what they make it seem
Fact.
like.
And that, bro,
Like,
I'm glad
so-
you said that, because me and my cousin be like, we always like, we need to save money, this and that. But then when we thought about it, we was like, fuck that. Like, I'm not about to stress about trying to save money. If I
Yeah,
want some
don't
shit, I'm gonna
stress.
get that shit. Because at the end of the day, you feel me? You only live once.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you could save money, but also still enjoy yourself, and that's my motto. So when I be like, oh, I don't want to buy this, and I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna find a way to get the money back, regardless
Exactly.
whether I gotta
It's
pick up
gonna
another
come
8
back.
hours or
That
what.
part.
You feel me? But I'm not about to hold myself back in this life. Like, it's just like, nah. Like, if I see it,
Get it.
you
get
could
it.
save $1 million and fucking die. You feel me? You don't got no
Exactly.
no room.
and then it's like, what's the
Enjoy
fucking
none
use
of
of
that
it?
You gotta really live life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, what adults do, like, for fun. Like, I feel like all people do is, like, drink and smoke. And I'm like, what else do people do other than party? Like, what's
Yeah.
real shit? Like, I like to go outside. I'm an outdoorsy person. So, like, what else do you do?
See, like for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I like to travel.
That's what's up.
You like
I'm
going
trying to
to-
get into
important
that
to
too.
do. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? During your lifetime, that's
Yeah,
great
like
experience to
that's
have.
something like
I see other shit.
yeah. I'm trying to hit all 50 states if I can before I pass. You feel me? And go out the country and all that shit. You feel me?
How many states you been to so far?
I done been to. Well, my family niggas know from North Carolina, so other than that, like Florida, I've been to Illinois.
I mean, that count though. That count. North
What?
Carolina count.
All right, North Carolina, Florida, Illinois, Cali, Nevada, and Maryland. You know,
Word. That's tough.
shit. I don't know.
I've only been to North Carolina, Florida. I think I was in Georgia, but that don't count kinda, because that was as a kid. I barely remember that shit. So North
Now,
Carolina,
any state
Florida.
you stepped on their soil, what state you
Yeah.
been to?
Oh,
Yeah, but
oh
they
yeah,
limit-
Virginia too.
when
All
you-
them states on the East Coast,
Right.
basically.
Do passing through them count? No, right? You gotta actually.
I'm saying like stepped on, outside,
So
even
yeah,
if
North
it's
Carolina, Florida,
the
New
gas.
York, New Jersey,
you been to PA before?
PA.
Yeah.
You been to Delaware?
New York.
Like you stepped outside the car in Delaware?
Yeah.
Okay, then you been in Delaware.
I've been to
I
Massachusetts
was
too.
just about to say,
I've been to
recently just went
Massachusetts, too.
Massachusetts.
Mhm.
But usually when I went into these different states, like my parents are like funeral directors / morticians. So anytime I went with them, it was to like pick up a body.
Oh word. Okay, that's an experience. Though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
niggas was stepping out the car to go to the morgue and shit, just for like
Yo.
fucking like, you
That's
feel me?
nice.
But I ain't never really actually vacationing and shit. Motherfuckers was working, like going to the morgue, helping niggas put bodies
Shit.
on the stretchers and shit.
How many
like,
states you went
Nah,
to, Al?
that's different.
Word.
Shit, let me think.
Well, we're gonna ask all y'all how many states.
I
you
can
went to.
remember my first vacation. I went on Uncle Al. We went to Disney World. Disney World. That's in Florida.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
main-
Orlando,
Disneyland is the other one.
Disney.
right?
But I don't know. You went there
Fuck
though.
it, I went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to one of them shits while I was in Florida, and then I went down south with my grandmother,
What state?
North Carolina. I think South Carolina.
One of those Carolinas
Yeah,
where.
one of them shits. This for me too far back. I don't remember, but we was in the car forever. I remember that shit.
And you went to Massachusetts, you said.
Massachusetts, New York, fucking PA. Where else? I don't think.
You been to Virginia? Like did you step out the car? Nah. You been to Georgia before?
Nah.
Florida?
Yeah, I just said Florida.
Oh, all right. What about you, Zakiah? What state you went to?
I haven't been to too many places. I've been to Florida. I've been to Georgia. I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, New York. I went to Puerto Rico.
Oh, all right.
Word, that do count too. So
I think that's kind of all I went to.
What about you, Nuke?
I went to PA, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina.
I went to
Florida.
Texas.
Word, me too.
I went to. I said Florida already.
I got you 9. Cali.
I went to Cali.
That's
I
10.
went to Delaware.
You said that already.
I didn't say Delaware.
You did. I got
I
you.
mean Colorado. I mean.
Oh, 11?
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, excuse me. You got money. Oh, he got money.
He said Colorado.
Yeah, I was Colorado.
What's out there though?
Huh?
Yo, we're gonna wait. We're gonna bring that back
Nah,
up.
tell the
Alright,
story.
That's it. That's how many states you went to?
Funny as hell.
We're gonna bring that story.
He said,
Yeah.
Alright, I've been to New York. I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been to Illinois. I've been to Massachusetts. I've been to North Carolina. I've been to South Carolina. I've been to Virginia. I've been to Delaware. I've been to Georgia. I've been to Florida. I've been to Texas. I've been to Arkansas. I've been to Cali. I've been to Tennessee. I've been to Jamaica, and
I thought his name.
I went to Colorado.
Wait, you mean like Jamaica Queens or Jamaica?
No, Jamaica. She said Puerto Rico, so I said Jamaica.
Puerto Rico's part of the U.S.
Come
territory.
on now.
Right.
Come on now. We don't even count that. We don't even count that. We don't even count that. We don't even count that though. Nah, but we don't consider Puerto Rico in the 50 states though. That's just the U.S. territory.
I guess. So if he's saying the 50 states,
It
then
is.
nah, it
So
don't
is
count.
Jamaica. That's an island too. I mean, it's all in North America though. It's just not in the United States of America, but it's in North America.
What you mean?
Jamaica, Barbados, Haiti. That's all in North America. Word.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're American.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. See, people we be disconnected from reality
Yeah, 'cause
sometimes.
I've never.
Same like
really
South
paid
Americans,
attention.
they're Americans too.
Right.
They just a different Americans.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
we just look at everybody like if they
I
not
never
in the
knew Jamaica
USA,
and all
they
that.
not us. I feel it.
I need to
though.
look at a map again. I ain't got a map.
That's
in
North
no more.
American. That's
American.
American.
Same with Greenland, they're American.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You never, you know, we global, man. We everywhere.
We go, man.
Hey, yo, you ever think about like how blessed you is though to really be born here though?
No, seriously though.
Like, bro, them
In
third
America,
world
right?
type countries,
Yeah.
Them they grow up hard.
Different.
Like
Yeah.
they be going to war at like 8, bro.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. No
They be having
food.
kids young.
So
The
let's
way they
go.
shower
They be
is just.
starving.
Let's go back to why he went to Colorado.
Real
This nigga
quick,
said
man.
Colorado.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, right? Colorado.
Colorado.
What did I say? Col.
You said Colorado.
Colorado.
You switched to O and
Word,
F.
nigga
Colorado.
put an extra L in it.
But you know what?
That's how I
walked
pronounce that
past
shit.
it. I was
Colorado.
gonna let him
Fuck.
rock.
That's how I pronounce it though.
that shit.
Colorado. I don't give a fuck. Colorado, right? Niggas not
All right, go
understanding
ahead.
that.
Bring it down, dude.
Huh?
What happened?
I went to go.
Stop trying to shake a
I
show.
went to go see my girl at this time.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
I was saying, cause you was trying to switch thought around, switch the words around. If you went to go see a video, you went to go see a
I
video.
mean, I knew that's what he was getting at.
Facts. I thought so too. The way you asked it.
Word.
How you meet her? She was from Colorado, or she like moved
Nah, I
out
met her
there?
at my high school. My senior year,
Or and she just moved out there.
Nah, she from out there. So I just popped out type shit. Go see her.
Surprise.
I pull
What
up
is like out there,
and
though?
pop out.
It's cold. Like when I was going out there, my mom she was telling me she was like we drink a lot of water because it's gonna be hard to breathe.
Oh, the altitude.
Yeah, because like it's in the mountains, and then they got mountains for the mountains. Like you feel me? Like I'm not lying.
That shit sound like some shit though.
But it's like, and then like, so one day, I'm like, I hear her. So I'm like, I hear you, mom. So then one day, I'm playing basketball out there.
Oh damn.
I'm dying on the court. When I say I'm over here, hands on my knees, I'm trying to gas the air. I'm like, yo, what a water fountain at? Like, I already drunk my water bottle. Like after the third play, like you feel me? Like it was done up. Like I really could not breathe, but them niggas just kept going.
Yeah, they used that shit.
I'm like, yo, what the
Once
fuck?
they long
These
to get
niggas
adjusted.
different. Like,
Yeah, I got a friend
You know
in the
what's
Air
crazy?
Force in Colorado, and it's like that.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, it was different everywhere though.
It really
if they
is.
come out here and breathe the air we got, they go, what the fuck is this?
they don't feel like it's type easier. You feel
Yeah.
me? Cause it's lower to the ground.
But
I
I'm
know.
saying though, in Jersey, bro, it smells different.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
We
Jersey.
don't know that.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know
If you
that.
ever travel
Niggas
to
don't
another
like the way
state,
it
if you ever
smell,
travel
yeah.
to another
Shit
state
stink,
or
bro.
another
Shit
country, you
stink.
could tell the air different. You breathe the shit, you be like, yo, this air. If you actually pay attention to it, you go out of the country, you be like, yo, this fucking air clean as hell, cleaner than Jersey. If you even look on your weather app, it tell you what the air look like or smell like, whatever fuck you want to call it. It's
So-
like on the weather app.
Jersey.
You be like, oh, it's not good air conditions and all like that. So.
How y'all feel about Black History Month? Honestly,
I feel about it.
yeah.
It's not long.
Cause I got something to say about it.
It's not
long.
You guys
They really did get
Nah,
I
like-
wanna hear what y'all got to say
yeah.
first.
How we feel about Black History Month?
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, how do you feel about it?
I'm proud to be black.
That part.
Now, how do you feel about the month that they got out for us? Let me not even say us. How do you just feel about the
This
month?
gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I just feel like, not saying we don't need a Black History Month, but every month should be Black History Month. Everybody should want to know about their history. Everybody should want to know where they come from, their origins, where they family from, all
Yeah,
that. So it's just like
Exactly.
It should be a regular.
that's like saying, oh, this the first black fucking figure skater to win this. It's like
Right.
it should be more than that. It's just I don't know how to explain it. It's just like this shit regular to me. It's like I acknowledge it, but it's like everyone should be that way for my people. So it's like I'm really careful.
I think it's short. I think it's trendy. Like, I think they do it just to, like, say they do it. Because, like, I don't know, they don't have a white, like, history month. Like, that's weird. I agree with what she was saying. We should be celebrated all the time. And we should learn about the right history and where we come from and all of that. It's not long enough.
Word.
And they don't even tell us the right shit when they teach us it in school. It don't even be bad. Like, they teach us their part in history. Because y'all know it's, like, two parts to everything.
Yeah.
They show
His
how they
story.
want to tell us.
Yeah, his story. Yeah.
Exactly. We only hear like in school. I remember we only really heard about black people in the history of the month. And it's the shortest month. Y'all disrespectful.
Yeah, that's why it's
The
a joke.
shortest month.
It's a
Facts.
joke.
And I just feel
'cause,
like a whole month dedicated to us, I feel like that just make us look like outcasts when we really shouldn't be outcasts. Because at the end of the day,
Exactly.
we ain't different. We ain't no different from the person next to us or a white person, whatever the case may be. We all really the fucking same. We just struggle different because our fucking skin color. So it's just like, what you want to give us a separate month for? That just make us look like
That shit so
outcasts.
fucked up though. Like,
I think it's beautiful. I think we deserve it.
I think
It is some fucked up
I
shit.
think for the
I'm-
children,
that's what I mean.
it's
Yeah,
like I
like-
think for the children, they should know like, oh, this is the month that was given to us. But as you get older, as you expand your knowledge, what information you take, and realize that, like
Mhm.
Zaya said, the shit really a joke.
No, it
It's just
is.
like-
once you really learn what it's
That's like believing
to
in
be
Santa
black.
Claus as a young kid. That's cool and all, but as you get older, no, Santa Claus ain't real.
No, but it's like a purpose and everything. It's an innocence and shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I feel like I like the month just because, you feel me, that we do get celebrated. They
Right.
treat us like shit. You feel me? I still feel like we're treated like a certain way.
Oh, yeah, no
we
doubt.
get looked at different. You feel me? Everything they think things about.
And
us
it's always
before
gonna be
we
like
walk
that.
It is.
It's always gonna be like
And I
that.
feel that for kids, my
It's always
kids,
gonna be like
and other
that.
people's kids, be like, that's fucked up to me.
You
Like,
know-
the racist topic. And
It's all racism gonna be here to the end of time, and it's just always gonna be there.
Yeah, that shit really is.
Fuck
yeah,
that shit.
bro.
So
always
I'm
gonna
still
be here.
proud to be black.
I-
Like,
No, definitely.
I think, not think, but I feel like, honestly, I feel like we just don't know who we are for real. And I feel like us having a Black History Month don't help.
I was
at
about to
all
ask
either.
y'all, what is Black History like to
Like,
y'all?
yeah.
Like, what?
I'll hold you. Every time I hear Black History, I instantly think of slavery. Like that's the first.
See,
thing
let's
that
speak
popped
on
in
that
my mind.
because not everybody family was slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
exactly.
honestly
That's a
feel
fact.
like there's people out there that feel disrespected
But I'm saying
because
that's
they
the
know their
shit that
family
they
was
teach you.
slaves. Nah, I know they do, but then once you get older, like we saying, and you do your own family research, you start to see everybody family weren't slaves.
Exactly.
And
But
for the
people
families
just
out
assume-
there who families were slaves, I'm sure they feel disrespected knowing that not everybody's the same people anyway too, and not everybody family, you know what I'm saying, was in the fields with them too, because there were free niggas and there were slaves both up north and both down south, so they just combined everybody into one just because we're all just because the pigmentation of our skin.
Right.
Well, that doesn't really mean anything because the melanin means a lot, yeah, but it's like there's much more to it that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Us even, I guess you could say us having a month shows us how special we are, but then again it shows you, if you look at it on the other coin, it shows us how they spitting in our face because
Yeah, they just put us all in one pot.
white people don't have no any months dedicated to them. You know what they have? They you see how they combined all of us into one Black History Month?
Right.
White people or whatever you want to consider them, they have days brought out to them through their religions or whatever else they believe. So you have like Jewish holidays, St. Patrick's Day, things of that nature, and even all of that is our shit.
Right.
It's all nigga shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're all they're just lesser versions of us at the end of the day. Like, so I just think it's a game. And then when I think about what's been going on this month in 2022, everything has been distracting folks off of Black History Month. They got that wild ass show Euphoria out. They got Snowfall coming back out. They got the NBA All-Star game now at the end of the month when the month almost over. So niggas is not even focused on the history or how niggas make it seem like they focused on. And they got all these other shows and shit that just keep coming back to back to back to back. Then they talking about the war and shit with Ukraine and Russia. Then they got this going on, that going on. So at the end of the day, we wasn't really talking about no Black History Month this month. If you really think about it, we
Yeah.
was just posting shit on the
And
gram.
it was hella bullshit about like,
You know
you
what
know,
I'm saying?
hella bullshit came out this month about people in general, like hella mockery shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
easier.
so,
It's
like-
easy to do 2 clicks and show your appreciation of Black History Month. But what you doing behind the scenes? It's easy to repost a fucking Martin Luther King picture, people marching. It's easy to repost all of that, but it's like, what are you really doing?
But
to
that's
know
the
who you
thing,
are?
like niggas know Martin Luther King's story better than they know their own story.
Exactly.
You feel me? So
and
like,
again, like she was saying, that's what we was taught, and people think. I feel like I was saying too. I feel like when people think of Black History Month, they think of slavery, they think of segregation, all
Yeah.
that shit. So that's only Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. That's what you see motherfuckers posting. Niggas don't go beyond that. They just, it's all in a bubble. Everybody just think it's all in a bubble, and it's really not like that.
yeah.
I think about the creativity. I think about the culture. I think how we really have our own language. Like, the way I would talk to y'all in this room, I won't go to work and talk the same. And that's just, you know,
Yeah.
like I say word all the time. And like when I say it to my boss, I feel funny. And he's
Yeah.
black too, but we're in a different scene, you feel what I'm saying? So when I say word, instead of saying like, I don't fucking know, yes, like I could do that, or
Yeah.
you know anything, I don't even know, but because that's what I say. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying the slang is different. We talk different. People don't even always understand. Like we just have a pattern. I'm gonna call it the culture. Like we dress different. We have our own style. Like I really love that shit about us.
Yeah.
So I do think about different things. I can't lie. I don't think about segregation necessarily. I think about the fight, but I think the fight was beautiful. I don't think it was necessary or we had to go through it, but I believe it made us so strong. Like I just think black people are so strong. We just don't know it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We don't have unity together, and we don't know it. Like, I feel like a lot of people are lacking. They feel like they can't. So, I feel like that's the problem. But I do think about good things. I think about how we stand out, and, like, so many of us don't even get acknowledged. Like, you feel me? Like, all of us in this room probably should be rich already, right?
Yeah.
The
Right.
fuck are they waiting for? But they just, just feel like people don't sometimes see it, or sometimes people don't get the chance. So I feel like when we celebrate, that's what we celebrating for. We celebrating for those that didn't get the chance, those that we, really doing it for, our families, our heritage.
Yeah.
So I think it's a beautiful thing, even if it is just 1 month, because bitch is really every day. But we could call it that. They gave
So
us
you
that.
can look at it
Bitch
like
is
that
really
too.
every day.
Damn.
It's every day, but we'll take it.
I fucks with that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I fucks with it.
Cool mindset to have on this shit.
Damn. But
Shit, where y'all families from?
Man, it's like what you mean?
Like beyond the states, like you mean like?
No. I'm
ethnicity,
saying,
whatever?
if you know where your family
Like how
from.
far back you trying to go? Like my family?
Yeah, like your family,
Yeah.
like your grandparents or
immediate
whatever.
family.
Yeah, okay, but
Alright.
Yeah,
yeah.
whatever you want to put out.
Alright, so as far as I know, my father, both my parents from down south. My mother she from South Carolina.
Word.
Yeah, and my father from Louisiana.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
So,
Damn.
but they both came to Jersey when they was young, and they both moved to, you feel me,
Yeah.
the hood, basically. My mother grew up, she came out here when she was 3. She lived she lived in Elizabeth.
Mhm.
You feel me? That's where she from, and my father grew up in North. So, yeah, that's basically where my family from.
And they parents from South Carolina too, or South Carolina, Louisiana too, right?
Yeah.
Word. What about you, Bria?
my father's from North Carolina. My mom is from Jersey. My mom from Elizabeth.
Your mom probably know mama or some shit.
Shit probably do. But yeah, so most of my family is down south. From down south, so I got a little southern roots in me.
Both of y'all moms went to Elizabeth High School.
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I think my mother did.
Did your mom
Your
go?
mom was born in the 70s?
Nah, my father was though.
Oh, my mom was born in the 70s. So.
Okay. What about you, Nu?
Both sides of my family from Barbados.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And they parents from Barbados too?
Yeah.
Same area or nah?
Not same area. My mom, she was like a town person. She was like born in town,
The city?
like Bridgetown.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
around there.
What's it called?
Bridgetown. Yeah, and then I know I have some family in the area called St. Philip. That's really like kind of like a country area.
Yeah.
Cause like Bridgetown, that's not in the city. That's like its own little country area.
Mhm.
So it's like that. I have some family that's like country folks, and I have some family that's like town folks. So
Oh, I bet.
you know how like both lifestyles is different.
Mhm.
You know?
And then you brought them together. That's you. Word.
Yeah, go to that. Yeah, you just get me.
What about you, Zakiya? Where your family from?
They are like my grandparents and stuff, like from South Virginia. But most of my family grew up in North. A lot of them live in the country, North Carolina, Atlanta, things like that. But most of them from North.
Word. What about you?
My people's from North Carolina.
All of them? For the most
Yeah.
part? Word.
Like my mom was born in Maryland, but like
Oh,
you know,
alright.
raised in North Carolina. Like my whole family from down there.
Word. Shit. My mom was born in Newark, and my dad was born in Belgium. Then he went to Nigeria. In Europe, yeah. And then he went to Nigeria, and then he went to East Orange. And he went to East Orange High School with some of my mom's cousins. And my mom went to like Elizabeth High School and some other high schools, and then she moved to Georgia and then moved back to Jersey and stuff. But her parents, my mom's dad is from Jamaica, and my mom's mom side, they all from the South. So like Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, all of that. So and my mom's mom. So that would be my great grandmother. Yeah. So my great grandfather and stuff, he was in World War II, and his dad was in
Jack and Brown.
World War One. Yeah. And
Wait, what'd your mom say?
Jack and Brim.
You know what side they fought on?
I don't know what side they
No.
fought on. I just remember my grandmother's dad when I was growing up, and when we stayed in Newark. We stayed with my grandmother at the time. My mom was probably like 24, 23 at the time, something like that. Or maybe 25 or something like that. But I remember he used to just lay on the bed, like the hospital bed, because he didn't have any legs, because they got blown off or whatever. But he was mad cool, though. He was real cool. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
He was real cool. And they call him Daddy.
Daddy?
Daddy.
Daddy.
That's his name.
Like with a country
Daddy.
accent, or they just
Daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Fact. Nah, I be like when I go to visit my peoples in down south. You stop recording as well?
Huh?
Oh, I was like, where the camera go?
No, yeah, I had to change the battery.
But when I usually go down south and I'm there for like more than a few days, I'll start picking up the country accent again. I'm like, Daddy, where y'all keep this at?
Yeah,
like your country accent coming out. Like, we're been around too long. It'll disappear once I come back to Jersey, but my mama catch me.
But you trying to move down south though?
Yeah, eventually, cause it's like mad expensive up here. And what they pay you up here, they don't pay anywhere you go really, they don't pay you your worth. But living down south is way cheaper than living up here. But I feel like eventually everybody gonna go fucking down south, and the cost of living down south gonna go up too.
Exactly.
It's just everything's just gonna go up.
I got a cool fact for y'all.
What's up?
So I was doing some research, and the native people from Jersey are considered Lenape Indians, and they're like, really they're called like, I think they're like the Delaware Indians that were in Delaware, then they came to Jersey or whatever. But there's a road called Rawway Road, and like if you're over there by like Inman and stuff, you know, by the gas station we used to go to by railroad tracks. Yeah. If you keep going straight up past Mike in the gas station and you bust that first right past Westgate, that's called Rawway Road. If you keep going all the way down Rawway Road and then you enter Scotch Plains after that, you know what I'm saying, there's going to be a road called Lenape Way. So when I put two to two together, I'm like, damn. So them niggas used to be macking right over here in Edison and Scotch Plains and all that. So it's all nigga shit. Then I did some research too on Potters about like 2 years ago. And the original people who come from Potters, they come from like Delaware and like Harlem and some other parts of the South. And in like the I want to say maybe the 1920s and 30s and stuff, they used to fight the KKK and Clark and Metuchen. So yeah, so if you think about the bullshit that be going on in Potters, and then think about the shit I just told you, put two and two together, and some type of history that go on over there too, because it's always been only black people in that area for the most part. And I didn't know that it dated all the way back to the early 1900s. And I remember my mom telling me that one of her grandmothers was born in Potters, and then she ended up going to Newark and all that. Yeah, and my mom used to tell me that Potters and a lot of these other projects that were built, like they were first one of the first people who used to be in there and all that were like people in the military. When they get deployed or whatever, they would sit them down in the projects until they were, you know what I'm saying, ready to do whatever else they had to do. So and if you think about it, it's some notable people that come over there. Well, it's at least one notable person that's from over there in Potters. You know what I'm saying? She what Total is it?
Yeah.
Who?
The girl from Total.
Total?
Yeah, Trimick cousin.
Cousin?
Yeah, nigga, Trimick, Jada, China, and them cousin. The singer from Total, nigga, the one that's yes, nigga, she from Potters.
It's a
Singing group that used to be with Diddy and
You talking
Biggie.
about the one with the raspy voice?
The dark skinned girl.
I know
They
you're
all
talking
dark
about.
skinned, but yeah.
Wait, let me see.
I don't know her
I
name.
ain't no disrespect. That's tough, whatever you just said.
Mhm.
I respect it, but I never heard.
That's why I'm bringing
You
it
talking
up.
about,
That's why I'm bringing it up. So
Black
like niggas
history,
could
man.
know. So niggas could know about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on over there.
Alright, so you said Total. Singing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You talking
They from
about
Potters?
oh, they from Somerset, Plainfield, and Edison. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And did you know Naughty by Nature from Down the Hill in East Orange?
Naughty by Nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
You talking about Pam?
Yeah, her. Yeah. And you know,
That's, I figured.
and you know SZA from Maplewood.
Word.
That's crazy.
I don't know, folk know, but Whitney Houston from out here too. Well, New York, rather.
And he chilled with Lauryn Hill's son.
Shaq.
Oh yeah, he is. Shaq is from
Chill
Newark.
with that nigga Josh Hill. Nigga smoking hella tweed.
It's some other people.
Nah, Jersey be breeding artists too.
Yeah, they
Because
shoot
when
all
you think
them
about
Batman
music,
movies and
motherfuckers
shit in
only like to
Jersey.
include New York and like the
Who?
West
Right.
Coast, but Jersey be breeding artists too.
My aunt, she the first black female CEO for the Girl Scouts. So yeah,
In Jersey?
Hmm.
not ever.
Oh shit.
Ever. She the first black CEO female. Of Girl
Mm.
Scouts.
That's Black history.
Nah, that's like it.
Milestones.
Okay.
That shit is crazy.
Okay,
That's
Noob.
God.
To be
Shit.
the first black anything.
Right.
That's hard, bro.
But that's why I was saying it shouldn't take now for us to be the first black. We should have been the first black, but like we ain't had those opportunities like Zakai was saying. So
that's what you think?
It was 2022.
That's what you think? You think that for real?
I feel like we should have been having our names written in the book.
Yeah, but that shit is all so we don't know who we are for real. Like this shit is all a game. Like life, like they wasn't gonna do that. Like if you think about it, could you imagine?
So you think that we pawns? That's what you're saying. Like we
Nah,
pawns
I don't think. I know we are.
But that's what you're saying, right? But I feel
like they. Like I was saying in the last podcast, don't y'all think? Or do y'all think it's a coincidence that once 2020 came, all this information and shit started flooding, like 2020 vision?
Yeah.
They did all of that for a reason, like because they could put anything out there for us to grasp hold on to, but if niggas don't understand what it mean, then it won't matter. Like they throw mad symbolism and shit in these movies and all of that. But
they definitely do.
Don't catch that shit.
You wanna know what caught my attention? I forgot what show it was when we was younger, but it's like almost not Futurama, but it's like some cartoon show. Like they had like some futuristic stuff going on.
Futurama.
I was gonna say
that shit had hella futuristic.
It's like the Flintstones. It's like
The Jetsons.
Yeah.
That's
like
a
that.
good show.
Like they had ideas like that back in the day. You don't think like.
Yeah, we've been had all of this
That's what I'm
technology
saying,
and all of
bro,
this
like-
shit going
like,
on.
I was like thinking like that, like I know, because I know when 2012 came out, I'm really thinking like we won't have like flying cars and all that by then and all
No,
that.
I thought the
You
world
know,
was
it's like-
going to 2012.
It's like think like niggas had ideas like that back then, like
Niggas did all of this stuff. Like we the oldest beings here. Well, oldest human beings here, rather. Oldest human beings, because insects go predate a lot of shit. So us, we the furthest human beings back.
Do you know how many different kinds of human species there are?
Yeah, I'm saying.
That's
yeah.
what I was talking about on the last podcast.
Yeah.
It's like Homo sapiens, Neanderthals.
Yeah,
and
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot, bro. It's like 14. at least,
So
something.
that's why I was asking niggas, do you think that every person on this earth is a real human like us?
Bro, it's crazy. That's crazy.
Some people might have got stopped at like.
We not even. We
No,
not
you know what's
even
really crazy?
humans
You
for
could tell
real.
what kind of human somebody is by how they built, by how they face look.
The archetype.
That's why, yeah.
I thought that it's another word for that.
A lot
It's
of people
morph.
look the same. Like they be like the same kind of. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
There's only
Yeah.
so many archetypes out here. We were all
No,
born under
seriously.
the same cycle, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like,
Strong.
especially out here in Edison, we don't went to school with a lot of people that's not real.
Help, bruh.
A lot of people that was
I
just
don't
put
think
here
they
just to take up
real,
space.
cuz.
Nah, they're like I said, all these other people are lesser versions.
It's just different.
I think they have a real different
Look.
like, mentality.
All of these people are lesser versions of us. Bro.
Oh, I just looked
No,
up
you
the
didn't
word
see it like
ectomorph.
No.
People-
Yes, bro, they are.
Bro,
Let's keep it
bro,
a stack.
do you know how much power them niggas got?
No, I'm saying lesser Do you know
Wait,
that?
who, wait,
all right,
y'all
so
say
look,
they and them.
Look,
Like, who
this
y'all
one-
talking about?
I'm thinking like,
I got
So let me
one.
say
Okay.
something. Let me say something. Let me say something. Let me say something. Look,
Because I thought we was just on my Edison people.
So look. look.
Niggas brought
We
up
talking like
Asians.
Everybody,
Hold on.
everybody.
Them niggas mentality.
Nah,
is
this is
different.
okay. So listen to what I'm trying to say. Everyone who is native to every land on this earth is copper colored or dark skinned. Whether or not we're all the same, because Africans and niggas in America are two different types of niggas. If you see what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving was born in Australia. He's not your average nigga from New Jersey. He's a different nigga. He's a nigga from Australia. So we're not all the same people.
Nigga, Kobe was born in
Okay,
Italy.
him too. Like I said, my
Kobe
dad
born in
is
Italy.
Nigerian.
Yes.
He's not
And
like you. He's a
Michael
different
Jordan? I said
nigga.
Michael Jordan. Who am I thinking
Yeah,
about?
Michael Jordan.
Nah, I'm thinking about somebody.
Nah, but I'm nigga. That's America. I'm talking about niggas who are our complexion,
Lawrence.
but from a different area.
You know what?
Like,
He's born in Germany.
I do
too.
think we
Yeah,
think
we're-
different.
Was
They're
and
these
different
was
niggas,
these people's
yeah.
parents
Yeah,
from
they're
there, or they was
different.
just in the
no, I'm saying they're
military?
native to that
military.
land. Anybody
Yeah.
who's native to any land on this earth is always our complexion. Like the native Asians are dark skinned. The first samurai was a nigga. So they're lesser versions of us. So they got all that information and shit from niggas who look like us that dwelled on that land a long time ago. Like, my mom is mad cool with some Filipinos who work at her job, and they always tell her stories about the native Filipinos. Them niggas look just like us.
Nah, you right,
Like,
bro. My man's Filipino.
and that's why they
The
like us so
natives-
much.
The
Yeah.
natives from America look like us too. That's why I be trying to tell people a
They're
lot of
us.
our people
Like,
is from
they're
here,
just,
not from Africa. You
that's
feel
why
me?
I was saying that everyone that's not us or lesser white people is a lesser version of a nigga. That's all they are. They're just not us without all the intangibles. They don't have as much melanin. They don't have as much not even that, because the first cavemen are niggas too. Everything is niggas, bro. Bruh, this is what I'm trying to tell niggas, bro.
They stayed in the cave.
No, that's not true, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's not true. Everybody who was here first are niggas, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like,
Black
literally,
people,
like,
like,
yeah, this is
Africa.
I was
Like, let's think about it like this.
Where they came from?
That's something you're gonna have to research on your own to find out, because I still don't know, nigga.
They came out there.
No, because niggas are. But when we went to Jamaica, right? Me and Briss went to Jamaica. We're in the cave. We bugging. We like, we're in cave. It's bats. He like, y'all watch too much Hollywood movies. These bats don't do nothing to you. Them niggas don't even be. They can't even really see you for real. Like, so it's the media over here in America and the States. They make it seem like, only white people was in the cave. My nigga, the Bible even tell you niggas were the first ones in the woods and all of that. But now we like, that's for white people. But then when you go to Arkansas, Oklahoma and shit, who the fuck shooting them ducks and catching them ducks? Niggas that look
That's
like
what I'm
us.
saying, like, yeah.
Niggas been the ones doing all of that extra shit. It's just now we too pretty for that shit. I ain't doing that. I'm getting my sneakers dirty. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And we from up north. That's why them niggas down south be looking at us like we different. These niggas jeans all tight. These niggas do this. These niggas do that. These niggas do this. These niggas do that. Them niggas free. Them niggas this. Like, nah, it ain't even that. It's just different shit go on in different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
Wherever you born at really
yeah,
plays out your perspective on life.
Cause think about it, and he says people's from Barbados. Them niggas is living like some country ass white people over there, and all them country ass white people is copying them country ass black niggas. If you meet his man Zach, he is a country ass black nigga, and you're black. I know a couple white people who move like that, yeah, cause they follow them niggas, like they follow them. So at the end of the day, everybody is just us. They just jacking our swag.
That's some real
We
shit.
the
That was
blueprint.
some real ass shit. The way you
For real.
broke that
And
down.
it's not to
Yeah.
say anything bad
Definitely.
about them, because when you really look at it and look at what's going on in the world, race, it matters to a certain extent, because race don't really mean shit no more. Because when you're trying to research something, who do you have to go through to get the books and shit? The same person I'm saying that's lesser than us. Them the ones that they allowed to be able to go on those expeditions and go on those fossil hunts and do all that shit. So at the end of the day, and if you look at it, and when you tune into like the occult and all of that, there's a guy that goes by the name of Aleister Crowley. Y'all probably heard him before for like being a pedophile and eating shit and all that. Anyway, if he was doing that, it's because he's not a nigga, and he was trying to contact certain spirits and channel certain spirits and shit that's not gonna fuck with him, because he doesn't have the certain melanin and certain shit like us. And he put that shit in his book saying this is nigga shit, and that's why a lot of people wasn't fucking with like him and Gerald Macy, because them niggas was coming out saying all of this occult and hidden knowledge is nigga shit. They're telling us who we are, the hidden sun, hidden Ra. You know what I'm saying? This is an experience we have, and we
That's
aren't
real
the
black
body,
history,
bro. Like, and I was saying on the last podcast, Zakaya, where does your voice come from? Whether the shit that we can do, we just do. But when you really sit down, or you high as hell, or sometimes just chilling, you think about it, you be like, damn, bro, I'm blinking without even realizing it. Or you know what I'm saying? I can stop myself from talking, or I can stop myself from doing certain shit, or I can spin a basketball on my finger, or I can dribble a ball between my legs, or I can throw something behind my back and then catch it like that. Or yeah, those are all superpowers that just became so regular to the point like snapping your fingers and shit, making a sound out of it. That's energy. That's everything that she was talking about last podcast too. Energy cannot be destroyed. So when you think about it, when we die, it ain't gonna be nothing. It's gonna be like as if we were asleep. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being wise. Because I did some research too, and some we can say like African tribes or whatever, them they say that if a person dies of a painful death, they don't become a quote unquote ancestor. You know what I'm saying? And I seen some even say, dealing with different views and shit of life, some say that when people get shot and shit, they become slaves of certain gods and shit like that. So it's whatever you feel, you know what I'm saying, floats your boat. by being wise, staying out the way. You know what I'm saying? Know better, do better. Like we were saying in your room the other day, if a person is already in a certain environment, like they didn't even get a chance to open their mind yet. So that shows that this shit is hell already. Like we were just talking about before we came here, our parents left Newark and all of that so we could be able to sit back and have a conversation on the podcast about bullshit that we see our family going through. Like I was telling him too, anytime I go down the hill and chill with my cousin, you know what I'm saying, and he Queen Street, this nigga always like, oh yo, tell me about the shit you be posting, this, that, and the third. So it's even then, people is trying to get out of the programming and shit, because niggas is understanding that this shit is not really leading
That's how
nowhere.
it be when,
You know what
when
I'm
niggas
saying?
go down south too. It be the
Yeah.
same feeling.
So,
Same
like,
shit.
when you think about it, we really control everything. White people really don't control the world. We give these niggas too, like I was telling you in the
say,
car,
yeah,
it's
we
too
give
much
these niggas
credit.
too much
Credit.
credit. Like they don't know shit without us telling them
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. We having conversations with people all the time about that shit. Like, white people had to get the information from somewhere. You
Yeah,
feel me?
bro. And even if people want to say niggas came from Africa, okay, cool. There's a theory that the nigga who was doing whatever with Christopher Columbus, he was a Moor. He was a Portugal Moor. So it was a nigga who looked like us that was chilling with a white guy, Columbus. And even if you wanted to say, oh, Columbus wasn't white, okay, that nigga was a Moor then. It was two black niggas that went over there to bring other niggas to America. Niggas were... Alright, so like I said, my dad is Nigerian. I was chilling in Arkansas with my uncle, and he was saying like, yo, Zaya, we got family in the Nigerian government, and if niggas know about the Nigerian government, that's one of the worst, that's one of the most corrupt governments in the world. And on top of that, he was telling me, he was like, I wouldn't be surprised if way back when our peoples were selling niggas in slavery. And I'm like, oh yeah, because when you look at Nigerians, nigga, them niggas is shiesty, them niggas is scammers, them niggas don't give a fuck. And then when I look at certain sides of my family and how they be coming because I'm not a full Nigerian and shit, I be like, okay. So it just, I'm able to just not be biased on anything. You know what I'm saying? Same with the way certain Caribbeans act and a whole lot of shit. It's programming in their mind. Waking up, drinking that tea, doing a whole bunch of shit. It's the British that programmed them to do certain shit. And then they come to America and try to make it seem like black Americans on some bullshit. We was all controlled by the British. We all doing the same shit. Like, we're like... And then you got the British over there talking about, oh, Americans are stupid. Y'all niggas is the ones that we're under. So what are y'all talking about? Like everyone's programmed, everyone's brainwashed at the end of the day, and myself included
It's
too.
a cycle. That's,
My sister was like, yesterday, my mom was doing my sister hair, and my sister was like, oh, Zaya, mommy said I could get an undercut. I'm like, what you talking about? With the hair? She like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it neat. I'm like, you don't even want that. I'm like, you saw somebody else get that, and then that influenced you to say you want to get it. I'm like, it wasn't the original thought while you were sleeping that popped in your head. And my mom was like, I'm trying to tell her that. I'm like, yeah, everything's an influence. Even the way I'm wearing my hat and all of that, I was influenced through something else to do all of this. Nothing was an original thought at all. So like, we are all programmed. That's why when you start to unplug yourself, you really realize, I don't really even like, it is what it is. Like, everything is what it is. You get to have more fun understanding that this shit is hell instead of trying to stop yourself from going to hell and going to heaven. You get all of it right here. Whatever you do, like you said, I like to travel. That's heaven.
It's
for
all
him.
about mindset too.
Us-
People be
this right
thinking
here.
that this shit is impossible.
Yeah, this right here is heaven right now.
When I play
You know what I'm saying?
basketball, I be feeling like that's
Heaven.
Nah,
It is
yeah, that's
heaven.
what I'm saying. Heaven is all about mindset.
Okay, bro, it's like,
Y'all know that one
be
song
loving
by
that
J. Cole where he say that shit, bro? He's like, heaven is a mindset. I've been there a couple
Oh
times.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
heaven is a mindset.
But he's stuck in his ways, so he keep on falling down. That shit is real, bro. Like,
What you about
niggas be
to say,
stuck in a
I was gonna say,
paradigm.
now, like, when I'm on that course, bro, like I really feel like I could really be like myself.
Yeah,
Like,
facts. Like that's the
Yeah.
closest
Yeah.
thing to heaven.
Mind is
Everybody
all.
got
Universe
that-
is mental.
Yeah, everybody got
I
their
really
own
feel
personal
like I'm
vibes.
like the biggest nigga on the court,
Look.
even though I'm smaller.
Let me tell y'all something. Funny ass story. The other day, right? Nuke know. So, for the past couple weeks, right? You know what I'm saying? I've been playing around with the FanDuel DraftKings shit, right? And, you know what I'm saying? Man's Auto been putting me on, niggas on Twitter to follow and all that, sending me cheat sheets, everything. So, by default, I already think all that shit on TV is fake. All that shit is scripted. But since Nuke watches so much, Nuke be knowing what the fuck about to go on. So I realized that, okay, your life is crazy. So look, when you tuned into the Matrix, shit is easy for you. You can get hella bread. You can do all types of shit. When you unplug yourself and see that life is some bullshit, your higher self stop all that money coming in, everything, because you got a higher it's something else you're dealing with because you
Yeah.
unplugging yourself and like the rainbow, there's gold on the other side. So you're gonna lose money and do all that because it's building you up. So when you get all that shit back, you're not as lust to do as much as before. All right, so Nuke watched the shit and he be knowing everything that's gonna happen. I'm like, yeah, the Heat going to the finals, the Heat fucking go. Then you be like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Meanwhile, I'm like, this shit fake, and it's showing that it's fake. But since he watches it so much, they tell you what the fuck gonna happen. They really tell you. But since I don't watch it like that anymore, I'd be like, man, hell nah. But as I'm seeing, they literally tell you the script as you keep going on. Like yesterday,
They
we watched the
literally do.
NBA Rising Stars game. Desmond Bain, right? A couple weeks ago, this nigga dropped 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, all types of weird
Like
shit.
his
Shot
whole stat line was all
22% from the field.
twos, and it was on. Yeah.
And he's number 22, and it happened on February 2nd, 2022. And yesterday, this nigga wore number 22 and won, and it was something else going on with 22. I'm like, bro, you seeing this shit right here?
I felt that.
It's a script
Nah,
though,
but he's
like it's a
saying
script.
right.
You gotta
Right.
catch
Yeah,
on
right.
to that
So
shit
what
though
he basically
because
saying is no such thing as coincidence.
Yeah,
That
everything
shit
is
that
all-
shit is
yeah.
mapped out.
So look.
Exactly.
so look.
Exactly.
So I'm like, all right, bet. So I've been researching the picks. I've been losing, and the most I bet on something is $30, right? But I've been losing. So the other day I took my sister and my little cousin to the gym. To dance. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna put in this pick because I paid $15 a month to get into this Discord, right? That Auto put me on, these niggas on Twitter, and these niggas be smacking shit, betting $500, winning 40 bands, $100, 20 bands. You know what I'm saying? These niggas found out the cheat codes and did the research. So I'm like, bro, if I did research about this life shit and this shit, and then, you know what I'm saying, I could do research about a fucking game and win some real money. You know what I'm saying? Just put the bread for taxes to the side. So, boom, I'm in the car. I'm like, bet, man, I'm gonna stop doing them long parlays. I'm gonna pick me like 3 to 4 teams, max 5, and I'm gonna really sit there and, you know what I'm saying? So I sat in the car and at the crib, did the research, did the numbers, found out, you know what I'm saying, how much each player score when they play the same team, and all that shit is the same shit, and it show you that it's fake, but it's happening at a different speed that you be like, hell no, this shit can't be fake. These niggas are professionals. They're the best at what they do. These niggas, all you need is 1 or 2 players on the team to know what the fuck really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we watched the Super Bowl and we watched
That shit was.
the
yeah.
what's the quarterback that used to play for the Lions that just won? We watched the nigga bullshit. Then we watched the nigga start kicking.
Yeah.
Like, we watched him not throw to Cooper Kupp. Then we watched him start giving that nigga that
This
ball.
nigga
and
Zai
Cooper Kupp
even
start
said
bugging.
at halftime, he was like, if the Rams win, it's gonna be on some shit where they come back and win.
And
That's exactly how they won.
I told Nuke the 2 Super Bowl matchups that was gonna happen. It was either gonna be the Rams versus the Bengals because it's about to be Aries season, which is the Rams, and we found out during the Super Bowl it was the year of the Tiger, so the Bengals was in for that automatically. And another matchup. Anyway, so I did the research. Boom, I bet $15, bruh. Came up $500 on DraftKings, and I used my fucking imagination. I sat there and I imagined myself opening my phone, seeing how I would react to going on DraftKings and seeing $500. Literally, dead ass. And that shit happened. The mind is all, bruh. And everything else that I do, I think about it in my mind first. I visualize it in my mind, then go out there and do it. And when we think about it, everything that's in the shed was all in somebody's mind before they made it. His dad had this shit in his mind before he made it. Like, mind is all at the end of the day. There's nothing up there or down there waiting for us to come or go. Like, it's all on us. I really feel like if you wanted to, this will be your last life. If you want it to be. But at the same time, if you didn't fulfill what you need to come here for, you're gonna be coming right back. You're coming right back. And we've been here before. And like I said last podcast, this is probably just our first, like many other lifetimes, this is just our time right now, remembering that we're here. You know what I'm saying? And like the mythology say, there's something called the Fountain of Forgetfulness. And we go through the fountain, drink the water, we forget all our memories from Earth and come right the fuck back here, shitting in our pamper, crying, pissing everywhere. Because we not from here. You know what I'm saying? We not from here. Like, from the
guy.
I think, talking about what he talked about, I write, you know, I'm a poet, and I talk about hell on earth a lot, which is like here, I feel like you can make anything happen here. Like, some days feel shitty, like, you can't get out, like, you get real and captured in yourself, in your mind, whatever you're going through. And then I talk about being woke a lot. Like, you know, I don't feel like a lot of people are woke. I feel like we're real, but so many people are dead. Like, they just walking, they just moving, they just going to work. They're not really thinking about shit like, on some shit, I think about like how we're able to think, how we're able to
So,
come up with new
you know
thoughts.
that feeling? You ever talk to somebody and you look in their eyes and you feel like, you feel me, you don't feel something behind their eyes?
What?
Yeah.
I talk about that all the time, and I talk about like I can't look in everybody's eyes. Like somebody will really give you something like you're not ready to see.
Yeah.
I feel like you see a lot of shit through people's eyes, and I say that if you have to be ready. I feel like you should be at a certain connect with people to be able to look in their eyes and really see what they're about, see their true intentions. Like, but I think they keep us at a certain level. Black people, they keep us at a certain knowledge. They don't tell us everything. I feel like they treat us a little different because they know we can't overpower. They know once we get a little more information. That's why, like, the media, everything you see, you can't believe. Even on the news, you can't believe. Like, everything
That shit
is
is all propaganda.
I'm saying, just like you said, it's kind of all made up. This program,
Yeah.
they want us to see the bad shit. They're not telling us the good shit. Cause there's no way y'all take all our money, but I'm hearing that they slow with people taxes. Y'all take that shit from my check every week. How you
Yeah.
slowly get my money back?
And they just sent Ukraine $1 billion.
Right. So I'm saying,
We
where's
don't
the
know
money
not
going?
one Ukrainian.
They take our money, the roads is fucked up.
Like,
Where's the money?
That's the
going?
same thing how we
It should just
enlist
be
in the
all
wars and
bullshit.
shit.
Yeah.
See how
That's
much
what-
money we spend on the wars? Wow.
that's where it
Where's
goes.
the money?
It should just be all bullshit.
And
They
those
all
wars-
way across the world. It's like, well, no, them niggas from a can
And
of
those
paint. So
wars
why you
fake
feel like you
too.
need to?
Look at who's sitting in the White House. Look at who's
Exactly.
giving us our information.
A fucking
It's
pedophile.
fucking, and they're not even just white people. They're old.
Yeah.
They're older white people, so you know they think different. They're not thinking for millennials. They're not
Yeah.
thinking about black-owned businesses. They're not thinking
Yeah.
like that. They thinking like, we got this shit already. We need to go, like, make this shit make as much
Yeah.
money. We want people to come under us. We want all these young niggas to come and work for us. So let's teach them in school when they go to college. You want good jobs. You want good jobs. You want good jobs. No, I'm teaching my kids. You want your own business. You go to school to get that knowledge, to get the experience of different people, different things. But you're not going to just capture everything. Like, I feel like I go to church. I don't believe everything from church. You feel me? I go to school. I don't believe everything they say. You got to take a little bit and be unique.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Everything. Your parents. My mom ain't right about everything.
Yeah.
She's smart, but she not me. We not the same. Everything's different. So I feel like what we missing as a lot of people don't learn from people's experience. You should learn. Not saying you don't do the same. You just do it different. You have to really learn yourself. And that's what you were saying.
A lot of
I
people
wanna
don't learn
comment-
that
I want
lesson.
to comment on how you said, like, your mom ain't always right, but you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. And that's like what Zaya was saying. He was like, how can we say that somebody was wrong for robbing a bank when to them it could have been right for them, it could have been what they needed, but it's like we on the outside looking in and we condemning them, and it's like we don't know whether they was wrong or right, because what is wrong or right?
Because everything
Right.
It could be
is.
right for you, it could be
Yeah.
wrong for me.
Heavy on that.
It could be
Everyone's-
wrong for me, it could be right for you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like,
And I feel like a part of us all being so different. That's my favorite part of my life. Everybody's so different.
Mhm.
That's what I love. Like, we're all black, but like
We are different types of
think
black people.
we all think so different in this room. You know, we all have something so different to offer. We all are unique. That's what I love about people. And I hate when people don't know that about themselves, that they don't know they're special, that they want to fit in, that they want to be like other people. That shit make me sad for people feeling the same, because like, why would you want to be like anybody else? Why would I want to dress like you because you fly? I just,
Yeah.
I'm like that.
A lot of people don't really break through that though, like really understand that they have their own uniqueness as an individual. People are too caught up in trying to be a follower, you know, just like attach themselves to something that they think that they're, you know, attracted to, when in reality it's just, you know, infatuation in the moment.
I feel like when you follow people, you stopping yourself from expanding your knowledge, because like,
Yeah.
you could either, like how you saying, like you could dress like him because he fly. You could either take what you see him do and make that
But
shit better, and it become your own thing.
a
Yeah,
lot
at the end
of
of the day,
it-
he your inspiration, but at the end of the day, that's your shit, because you made it into something different. That's like, let's say somebody fucking want to wear a certain outfit, but to us it's like, oh, that shit is ass, why is you trying to wear that?
Right.
To them, that could be them expanding their knowledge, and then next thing you know, everybody else want to dress like that motherfucker.
That's
And
exactly
it's
what
like,
I'm saying.
oh,
It's all
that
about
shit's
security.
ass. It's like,
Exactly.
It's all about being secure with yourself.
Kanye shit, like, niggas was not jacking Kanye shit when that shit first came out.
I'm saying, now look,
That shit
look,
was ass. They right
Then he
Nigga,
surpassed
who the
Michael
fuck
Jordan with the fucking sneakers.
Yeah, I
shit.
think
So
so.
it's like,
He
motherfuckers
did?
would- Yeah,
that was a while back.
Why I wear something with holes in it? Why would I wear something?
His shit sell more than fucking Jordans.
Right.
His followers.
I think the key is believing yourself.
Being secure with yourself, for
If
real.
what makes you feel comfortable, with, that's what you do.
Exactly, because next thing you know, motherfuckers gonna jack your shit, and then what?
Nah, cause no cat, like, growing up, my mom, she had me, like, on some shit, like, if you want some, like, chill shit, like, t-shirt, tank top, that's it, you feel me? So that's how it's coming, like, but when you pop out, you feel me? Other than that, like, just keep it calm, like, t-shirt shit, bro, like, it don't matter.
At the end of the day, as long as you just be yourself, you feel me?
As long as you know what's up, you feel me? As long as you
That's
know
with any relationship, though. I be trying to tell people, like, as long as you stay genuine to yourself, you feel me? Can't nobody tell you nothing about you that you don't already know, you feel me? Like, if I say that, you feel me, like, she's not the smartest person in the world, you feel me? What does me saying that mean to her when she really know that she's smarter than everybody in the room? You feel me? So, like, people don't really break through that level of security where they, you know, don't really be fazed by other people's words and just worry about their higher self and their, you know, just their own, you know, mental and stability.
I feel like when you don't really be fazed, when you get to a point in life where something, let's say somebody talks shit about you, or you lost your job, or somebody stole from you, whatever, and you don't be fazed by that shit, like, at all, I feel like, how do I explain it? I feel like you've unlocked a new version of yourself, because I noticed that sometimes, like, I could fucking sit here and say, like, oh, you called me a bitch. I could sit here and say that shit don't faze me, but my body, like, you feel me? I could put on a straight face, oh, you ain't faze me, but deep down inside, my fucking blood boiling, my blood pressure rising. So I feel like when you get to a point where your blood pressure don't rise and all that, I feel like you unlock the new version.
It's a master of self,
it's like you gotta be able to be in control of your external self and your inner self. You feel me?
That's what them Buddhists be talking about, man.
I just told my friend about that the other day. I was pretty much giving her a talk about just being herself and, like, really phoning herself and taking yourself outside of situations. And, like, I think I just want to talk about one last thing about being woke. I think when you, like, unplug and just think different, when you think about the shit that people's not telling you about and just having that original thought, we are so able to have them. I think movies are futuristic. The fact that somebody could think about something, you know, that shit can come true.
Yeah.
I feel like the shit I used to see in movies is now true. Cars flipping over, on fire. I used to think that's movie shit. That is some real shit. Yeah. I just seen a pole fall in a car the other day, and I know that person died.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't, but like that shit was bad.
This shit is a
It's a
movie.
movie.
This is
Life
not
is a
real
movie.
life.
Yeah.
And this has been real life. People just see
That's why
and think it.
people say it's a simulation.
That's like when somebody posts a video and the shit go viral, it'd be like, oh fuck, why I ain't think of that?
No, for real.
And I'd be like, oh shit, like, you feel me? It's the fact that that person was able to think of that and motherfuckers started vibing to it. It's like, but everybody can't do that. Everybody can't have a hit tweet, a hit. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's just like,
Shit.
You think this is real life?
It's real, but it's a game. It's whatever we make it. Like, we play every day.
Yeah,
all we doing is playing. That's why I'm gonna take shit serious.
The only thing real is our mind.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's
sometimes
real.
I just like
The body
we
not
said
even real.
On the last podcast, sometimes I'll sit and I'll just fucking think to myself like, yo, this is I'm fucking breathing right now. Like, yo, like I just fucking, and it's like you don't remember when you was a fucking newborn, when you was 1, 2, 3, you only can remember but so much, and it's just like, so at some point you just sit, be like, damn, like, yo, I'm really here, like, yo.
That part.
But it'd be like, why the fuck?
But that's why
why can't I remember fucking years ago? It's like I only remember from a certain point up until now. So it's just like, bro, like one day I just fucking got here. Don't remember that shit.
That's part of the reason they make life lit, though.
I'm gonna keep it a stat. I think they take away, like what you said. I think they take away a part of our memories. There's no reason we forget certain things and remember other things. Like it's a consciousness. That consciousness is like I really feel like somebody told me you never forget things.
You don't. It's all in your subconscious.
If you look at a picture, if you hear music, if you see some shit, so do we really forget shit? Or
Hell
do we allow ourselves to forget shit? Like, where that shit come from?
We just have to reach in our brain. That's all.
Yeah,
that shit is
like,
pushed to the back.
Where that shit come from?
We have.
It's stored.
Like the movie Lucy.
No,
Lucy?
They really be doing shit. I know that.
Like,
I don't sound crazy.
We was talking about on the last podcast. We was talking about how the computers are mocking us. Like,
artificial intelligence.
We can do way more than the computer can do with our minds. It's just that they suppress it with like snacks and shit
Because
like
think
that.
about it, if we could really access like everything we really wanted to, bro.
Everybody
Imagine remembering all the dreams that you ever had.
But
like,
it makes sense though, cause it's like, why we putting all of this algorithms and fucking equations and shit into a computer when it's like, why can't we be the computers? Why are we storing it in
niggas are still
another
trying to
fucking device?
rely on something else to find more out about themselves.
Yeah.
That's why niggas don't know how to really find themselves from within.
It would be too much power if we knew shit. That's the problem. In real life, in my opinion, I think we have too much power. They can't let anybody get that.
Yeah.
They can't let everybody, just like, you know how high up you have to be to see certain paperwork of paper, but the information on it, everybody can't read, everybody can't know. They take us out when we know too much.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows way
You ever
too
heard
much.
of what's that shit with my vitamin control? What's that shit with? I want to say Edward Snowden or whatever. When I think he had found out some shit. Next thing you know, I think his fucking car blew up or some shit on his way home, or something happened. And they was like, he was just about to crack the code. He had some information. I don't know exactly what it was, but then once they found out that he had that shit, they was like, you gotta go.
We would be like animals. We would be fighting. If everybody knew too much, we would be in a fight for power, I think. Because we don't live peacefully. Like, everybody wants too much. People
That's
are
why
greedy.
it's not even worth it for this life. You feel
No,
me?
it's not.
I feel like you know, certain shit might be worth it, but in the long run, when it's all said and done, when we move on, we gonna look back and be like, yeah, don't even want to go back to that earthly matter. This is the lowest realm, like niggas been talking about for the past couple of weeks. You feel me? So it's more to life than just this physical, and you feel me? That's what it's all about. What happened? The other one on the wall.
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
What's that?
I was thinking about how, like, so me and you both criminal justice majors, psychology minor. So it's like, I'm about to bring up some controversial shit. So it's like, I was thinking, how the hell we put so much power into the police to fucking protect us when we
Regular people.
when they regular people
It's
just
all-
like us. It's like, and I was just thinking like,
I think about that shit all the
it's
time.
just like, I want to become a cop, but it's like, yo, who
It's
the
a
fuck
little
am I to
like,
say, oh, bitch, I gotta kill you.
I'm
Right under
really
the
Who the
camera.
fuck am I to
It's a
police you
little
when we the
thing
same
that you-
person? It's like, yo,
Exactly.
we
Like,
out.
Yeah, I said
and it's
that
the same
It's a little
thing.
handle.
It's the same thing with the
Exactly.
death penalty. It's just like,
Right.
how the fuck am I finna tell you that you gotta die?
Tell me though, real quick.
But-
Do you agree or don't agree with
Yeah.
it?
How-
Brief.
I always say I don't agree with it, but I feel like,
And you know,
hypothetically speaking, if somebody was to come and murder somebody in my family, nah, bitch, you gotta die. So it's like, I'm kind of on the fence of it. I feel as though we don't have the power to tell somebody, oh, I gotta kill you, you feel me? But speaking from emotion, I feel as though if somebody was to harm somebody in my family, nah, bitch, you gotta get it.
Like Lil Baby said, it's a problem with the whole way of life.
It is. I feel like in my head,
Because the fact that we even have guns and shit makes it to the
That
point where
part.
Yeah.
not
Crazy.
like they
That
did all
part.
of that because they couldn't beat
Yeah.
They
folks
couldn't,
without guns.
exactly.
Because you know what I'm
they
saying?
don't fight.
Yeah.
They want no.
They
They
don't.
they
They
don't. That's why they
Uh,
have guns.
Fact.
They came up with machinery to blow
Yeah.
your fucking body up. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
you got pushed down.
They
on
wanted to hurt us.
It's just like, so do you feel like we don't, if guns and machinery didn't exist, do you feel like we would still need police officers? Or
Hell,
anything?
They
you would
wouldn't
need
exist.
niggas. You would need niggas in your community and shit to help you. That's really all it should be. People in your community that care. Like if in the complexes, there should be
Just
people
put
in the
it in
first, second, and third who watch neighborhood watch or whatever. That's what the rich motherfuckers do. They got neighborhood watching and them niggas call the police. Well, we could just like police ain't no different than us. I was saying before, like when you really think about it, ain't nobody else down here on earth but us.
Exactly.
It's just people we give higher authority to, like our
That's it.
parents,
And it's like, I
our
feel like
boss.
maybe,
There's a button
what
on
would
the
the
front.
world be like if we fucking
It would be
Nah,
worse
on
than
the
what it
other
is
side.
The
today.
thing is, we need it. We
You
needed
think
somebody
we
to
need
say
it?
we
Hold
can't
down
do
on
that.
that shit.
We need people need
Nah, the
structure.
front.
You got literally two
Yeah.
sides. You got
Yeah.
leaders and followers. That's it.
Uh-huh.
If you want to be, and you got like fucking predators and what's that shit called? Predators and
Yeah,
Pedophiles?
yeah. Pray.
No,
Hold
no,
down on
predator
the
and
circle
prey. It's
focus.
literally two sections. You got takers and leaders. That's it. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
So I'm
good.
saying we need that because we would run around crazy. People would do anything. People would steal from houses. It would be
No,
even
that's because they
crazier
think you're trying
in
to take a
life.
picture.
So we definitely need police, but
So-
who the fuck do we
But
think
press
we
the
are?
button.
This is interesting. You know the word pray, right? Like Pray. You know what it
Right.
means, right? Or understand the gesture. You think that correlates
white
with
button.
Prey?
P-R-U-Y?
Prey. They're the same word, just with two different letters,
Right.
and they're both damn near the same vowels.
Exactly.
A and E, because you know in Spanish, I'm pretty sure they substitute the A and E for certain words. So, is pray and pray not the same thing? Are you not still
That's
being
hard.
fooled? Because you don't really know who you talking to. But you know, like
That's
if
why
you really
when
think
I-
about it,
I'm
you
right
don't
on
really
point,
know
I'm
because,
sorry.
like I was saying last
Unless-
time about the demiurge, you could talk. You can say what you.
No, you say what you was about to say.
Now I was saying like last time about the demiurge in the book of Genesis. That's the God that everyone thinks
Mm-hmm.
is the Savior, Jehovah, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, whatever you want to call it. That's the demiurge, Yaldabaoth. You know what I'm saying? He was made from the great mother Sophia had him, and it was a faulty birth or whatever, and she put him somewhere, like threw him away in this void, and he created the material universe with him and his 9 other archons. And this is, you know what I'm saying, what goes on here. And we're food for the gods. That's why we're considered dead and everything.
Exactly.
Like, that's why we get summoned to go to court as if we're ghosts. This ain't no religion. This is mythology. Yeah, this is
I was
what
about to say.
this is what
Because it sounded like Christianity.
you could
and
say.
all the
You could
Catholic,
say it
but it's
is.
really-
No, you could say it is
Yeah,
because
like
the
how you said
Gnostics.
the 9 archangels. And
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay,
what it
okay.
is. The Gnostics are the ones
Yeah.
that broke it down. Gnostics are just mean knowledge. Those are the earlier people, like the Phoenicians and things of that nature. People who were breaking down the religion and telling folks what it really was about. Because at first it wasn't to worship any other outward things. It was to understand that everyone is God here or God on earth. So not to say that there's nothing else out there that's the true source that we all derive from. But the thing that people think is not what it is.
Yeah,
it's
that
not our
mythology shit
friend.
get deep.
Yeah, it's not our friend. And when you think about it, in the Bible, it says that God and the devil is the same thing. Like, it says that God is mean, and it says when Jesus comes back, rather, it says that he's coming back to slaughter motherfuckers, to do all of that. So would coronavirus not had been Jesus coming back? If
That's what a lot of people view it
if
as.
the sun is the sun is the sun god,
Yeah,
the
corona.
sun, you know what I'm saying? That's us. The moon is the woman, the sun is the sun, us. That's why, you know what I'm saying, when I was learning about Moorish science, I was learning from a guy, elder named Brother C. Freemanel, and he was talking about what the crescent moon and the star means together. And they were saying why Masons use it. Mason, M-A-S-O-N, my son, mother's son. And the same thing, and that's where Islam gets their stuff from. And Islam, I, self, law, am master. You know, man means master, able, and noble. Those are all words decoded, you know what I'm saying? We just walk around telling ourselves we're men, but don't know what the word means. You know what I'm saying? First man is womb man. You know what I'm saying? The woman first and then the man. Yeah. All of it was just metaphors and, you know what I'm saying, things for us to... They did that shit as a joke because Shakespeare and his peoples wrote that Bible. When you really think about it. So it was wrote in a way for us to not understand who we are. It was wrote like that on purpose. Best believe it.
Yeah.
Because you can't really understand that Bible without you having some other source to help you understand that. I don't understand shit still without someone else who dealt in this shit, who's wiser than me, telling me. Like, I don't know everything. I don't know shit, actually.
That's why it's
You know,
really all about
like,
experience at the end
yeah,
of the day.
so-
Like, you gotta let life teach
what
you
I'm saying?
about shit at the
So,
end of the day.
Like, there's
'Cause
nothing else out
Can nothing
there.
that you read in
that-
the book really tell you more than what life itself
Yeah.
is gonna,
No,
you know,
for real.
teach
Because
you.
maybe what we read in the book can be
It's all
an
other
experience
niggas.
by
Yeah,
somebody
it's
else.
all other
Like how the
niggas.
Nah,
Bible
for
is.
real.
A lot of people be like, a lot of people don't believe the shit that's in the Bible because it's like, why the fuck we listen to somebody who wrote this shit fucking years ago?
It's
just like,
truth and the lie and the same thing. Like
Yeah.
Jesus told the Pharisees, "Does ye scriptures say ye are not gods?
Yeah, everything.
If
like,
so, the scriptures cannot be changed.
we have
Ye
that
are
shit within
gods."
us, man.
There's no other explanation here. That's why if I wanted to, I could get up here and smack the shit out of all y'all, and the only people who gonna stop me is y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. though.
He right though.
For real.
Right.
It makes
Yeah.
That is a fact. Okay.
Nobody
Oh,
else.
yeah.
Like, niggas always talking about God could strike me down right now, knowing God's not gonna strike you, cause there's no God there that's worried about you, nigga. They're not worried about you. They want you to suffer and feel all of that pain and all of that. That's how they feed off of you. They want you
Right.
depressed and all of that shit.
Yeah,
And
it's
people
all-
don't want
yeah.
responsibility, because when you find out that the old world that our great grandparents used to live in, that's not today. So really, the information that we're talking about right now is very useful. And so if you wanted to walk around saying I control my reality and I'm God and all that, no cops is gonna stop you. We're not getting racial profiled out here like that. The
We
news is
control our
lying to
own
you,
reality,
bruh.
man.
I have had experiences with cops and I still don't give a fuck. I have cops do that shit to me. I'm not walking around talking about these cops be fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Everyone does bullshit. literally everyone. Like,
It's all about your.
you know what I'm
outlook
saying?
on
Like,
life.
I don't give a fuck. This whole shit is hell. Like, what am I going to do? Even the situation happened to me before. Like I said last time, I don't blame them niggas. It is what it is. Like I said, when you be a wise man, always stays out of trouble, stays out of bullshit. You know better, you do better. Your gut gonna tell you when you don't need to be doing something.
And that's something that.
The minute
Like-
you start the second guess
But
that
niggas be,
shit,
Yeah,
oh, I don't want to
that's
be no
somebody
bitch.
else,
I don't want to
though.
be that. Okay, and then now you dead and gonna come right back here
Exactly.
because you was on some stupid
Exactly.
shit.
That's
Like,
what I don't understand. Like what she said earlier. She said some shit like people don't learn from what other people do. Like,
cause
if you see
sometimes
somebody doing some bullshit and they end up in a specific predicament that's, you feel me, rather difficult. Why would you do the same shit and end up in the same
because
exact
people, one, people be
situation?
in denial. Two, the
Same
human
spot's
brain
better.
plays tricks on you. And three, everybody gotta go through their own experiences so you know for yourself. Cause it's easy to be like, oh, he told me that it's gold on the other side. No, I gotta go see it's gold on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna bring up the podcast too about Black History Month. I was gonna say, it took me to go all the way to Oneonta, New York, to get in trouble, to go to jail around all white men for me to understand about the system. So those same, so, and mind you, I was dealing with, around that time I was believing in the Hebrew Israelite stuff. So I was believing that Jesus was black and all the Jews are original. Now, Jews are black people, like I was saying, the Moors, the Jews, the Irish, all them niggas are all black. The original Chinese, Japanese, all them niggas are black, the original folks. So, by that time, I'm like, yeah, the Jews are black, Jesus is coming back for the niggas, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. I was on that shit. So when I went to jail around all white people, that shit went right out the window. I couldn't say none of that shit, and these were grown men. And those were the niggas, and one day they saw me reading that Bible, and they're like, yo, they're like, you believe in the Bible? And I'm like, yeah. And they started laughing. They like, that shit not real. They like, because if that shit was real, you wouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm saying? You would. And they started breaking it down to me, hella other shit. And then them niggas started putting me on game about the law library, what they can do if you can bail out and then your ass will come right back to jail. So sometimes it's better to not bail out and just sit. And a whole bunch of stuff put me on game. And I'm like, damn. These are white people and I was 18. I'm like, they don't know me. They could have been in here extorting me, raping me, doing all types of shit. But these niggas took me under their wing as white men, all white men. I was the only nigga in there until some other nigga came in there who was like 30, but he was blowing they shit. But since they saw me as someone who was trying to learn from what I was actually living in, you know what I'm saying, they took advantage of that and put me on mad game. And then when I was leaving, they was like, we better not never see you in here again. You better go out, do what you gotta do, this, that, and the third, keep it behind you. So, and I say that to say this, that race shit don't matter once again. Because I never had no niggas sit me down and be like, Zaya, this, that, and the third, that. And them niggas go to prison all the time. But they trying to hurry up and just, niggas' minds is all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
They
the
don't
same
have no
thing that,
guidance.
Lil Wayne said he don't believe in racism because a white man is the one that saved his
It's
life.
all about your reality too.
Yeah.
Like my uncle in Arkansas, he went to prison and he did like maybe 4 years or something around that time. And his cellmate was remember I told you, an Aryan Brotherhood, was a white man in the Aryan Brotherhood, and he said that was one of the realest motherfuckers he ever came across because they both, the white man had to put that bullshit to the side and he had to put his hate or whatever to white man to the side. And he said one time he was getting ready for, my uncle was getting ready for a visit, and the white boy had his homies in the cell, and they had some water or some food or something like that. One of his homies spilled all his food on my uncle, white fresh ass tea, and he was like, damn, bro, like he was tight. And his homie made him wash, the white boy, my uncle's cellmate, made his mans wash my uncle t-shirt and get him another one for free and all that shit. And that's an Aryan Brotherhood, the same niggas who be like, fuck black people, white power, all of that shit. But you see, when you in a situation, that program will go out the window and niggas come to their senses. I say that to say, like, all that shit is bullshit. Racism, KKK, all that shit is programming.
Yeah, propaganda
Yeah.
and
It
shit.
is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Ignorance.
None of that shit is real.
How the fuck you don't like somebody because of their
They color.
It's just pawn shit, you feel me?
And there's really people being born, being taught to think that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they black. Don't fuck with them. That shit retarded.
and that shit gonna be passed down for generations. That's
It
why when
is.
people be like, "Oh, we need to stop racism," that shit ain't never gonna stop, and we can't.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not.
if you feel like we have the power to do it, then cool. But I feel as though like all the old heads and then like that shit getting passed down, that racism is gonna always be there. You can't stop that shit. You cannot stop that shit. It would take a village, 2 villages, 3 villages, 1 million villages, but you can't stop it. It's just like, I feel
Whether-
like it's always gonna be there.
feel like
to make music, to make art with his words. We all have a talent here that we all can do all of that. I just think too with the zodiacs and all of that, everything that we all do working in our favor.
Oh, you missed the conversation with the zodiac shit we had last podcast, but
I just think it all works out at the end of the day because everyone's smart when you really look at it. It's just all about what our mind, what consume our mind in,
and what you surround yourself with too.
At the end of the day, it may be you may be
real close-minded.
It's about the mind what you want to learn. Like
not
people shut shit down early.
That's what I was telling this nigga the other day.
Like,
Exactly.
most niggas wouldn't even. I know so many people that would have been like, what the fuck is he
You know how-
talking about?
yeah.
Like, whole
Yeah.
time. But you was spitting some shit I'm gonna think about later. Some shit
Yeah,
I'm talking about my podcast later. You feel what I'm saying?
definitely
So,
research it. I'm trying to get on your
Exactly.
podcast too, so we
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
talk.
I'll
You know what I'm
try it,
saying?
right.
We all
yeah.
blow up. You know what I'm saying?
I see a podcast crossover.
It's
Yeah.
happening.
what
Nah.
I'm saying. So,
You got any final remarks that you want to tell the people? You feel me?
oh yeah,
Yes.
Talk about one of your episodes and what you be talking about on the podcast.
Okay,
Yeah,
what I
let the
talk
people
about-
know.
I talk about everything. I talk about self-love. I talk about really getting connected with yourself so you can get connected with the outside world. I feel like you first have to know who you are to be able to go outside and really stand tall. Like, I feel like I'm 6 feet. In reality, I'm like 5. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about how tall and what you walking with. Like, it's about the perception and how you want people to see you and really what you want to be. Like, you talked about people, you could act like it's one way, but it's not. And that's what most people do. Like, I don't really sugarcoat shit. You hurt my feelings, you hurt my feelings. I don't feel like I'm
girl,
too...
tell me about
I'm not
it.
too
Yes.
tough to say you really hurt my feelings.
Tell
Don't
me
do that
about
shit.
it. A lot of people like to call that shit sensitive. No,
And
I'm
it
not
takes a tough
sensitive. If
person
you
to
fuck,
admit
if you
That
hurt
part.
my feelings, I'ma fucking tell you. That don't mean I'm sensitive. That mean I'm in tune with my feelings, and I'm
Exactly.
telling you that you feel me,
Keeping it
make me
real,
feel some type of
speaking
way.
up.
But I like how you said that you mentioned the self love shit because I feel as though like you said like you 5 feet in reality, but you 6 foot. So I feel like that's like that embodies confidence because you could walk in a room, be the shortest motherfucker in there, but it's all about what comes off, like what radiates off of you because you walk in a room, you gotta command, your presence has to be commanding. So like a lot of people at work ask me like, oh, why you walk with your chin up? Like why you walk like a nigga?
Right.
Because that's just me. Like I feel like you could call it a Napoleon complex, whatever you want to call it, but I just feel as though when I walk in a room, I gotta command presence. So I walk with my chin up. I might walk like a nigga. I don't think I do, but a lot of people feel like I do that. But I just feel like that's just me. Like when I walk in a room, know that I ain't the person to be fucked
You know
with.
what's up.
That's
You know what's up.
Right.
Just because I'm
You
little,
know what's
just because
up.
I'm a female, don't mean shit. Because I work around a lot of niggas.
fucks with that.
I work
Oh,
around.
yeah.
I work in Home Depot. I load trucks.
Yeah.
Society makes it seem like, oh, women, you supposed to, you feel me? Like back in the 50s, motherfuckers, oh, you supposed to be home doing and cooking.
Exactly.
The girly shit. Nah,
Yeah.
motherfucker, I don't load trucks. I lift boxes just like the niggas do. I put shit on the pallet,
Yeah.
use machines just like the niggas do.
Exactly.
You feel me? So when people come in, customers come in, they be like, oh,
Look like it.
you need help with that?
That shit
Nah,
be hurt,
motherfucker,
right?
I got it just because I'm a female, don't mean shit. Oh, you need help
It
lifting
is
this?
really heavy in that
Motherfucker,
dumb
I
thing.
got it.
I
Like,
got
you
it.
feel me? So it's
I
like,
got it.
nah, when I walk in the room, you're not gonna look at me as no small ass female. You gonna look at me like I'm one of the
Big as
niggas,
hell.
like I'm one of the boys.
Right.
So I'm gonna continue to walk with my chin up. And I
Exactly.
won't ever let
All the
that shit
time.
fall down, you feel me? So
Even if it
I
do.
feel that. I gotta get on one of your podcasts because you feel me? Nah,
It's gonna be
word, but
valid.
yeah, nah, like.
No, I just
Tell them where they could find your podcast at. Ned.
go to. You can find the link in my bio. My Instagram is Fefelatour. You can find it on Spotify. It's called Fefelatour. Other than self-love, I just talk about really being in tune, like staying woke with just all the shit we just talked about, having your own opinions, having your own thoughts, not following trends, people, all that. So
Yeah. And I wanted to say something else because I was gonna say having your own opinion. Yeah, because whatever we saying on here, if you saying like, oh, Zaya saying some bullshit, you can believe whatever you want. Because who the fuck am I to you could go crazy if you believe in Jesus Christ coming back. He will come back in your reality. Like it's not my reality. Like you could think devil is real, and then when you die, you're going right to hell, and you're going to be with the devil. So at the end of the day, the mind is really all. Like
No, for real.
you think whatever you want to think. If you think when you die you're going to turn into a pig and fly, think
it.
that, and it will happen. Like
it's gonna happen.
the imagination is everything. Like we were saying last time, we had imaginary friends, or was putting spirits in inanimate
What's that's called
objects.
personification. You feel
Yeah.
Me? And what's inanimate?
Yeah,
Turn
yeah,
an inanimate
yeah.
object into something that you feel
Exactly.
is real.
The teddy bears, all
What
of that
SpongeBob
shit.
say? Imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
We create our own
For
reality.
real. Same, then they create their own reality in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Hell yeah, all the time. That's how they got the different places. It's just
Like Come
Hey,
on,
yo.
bro. They be showing us, and they put it in a
do.
little
All
kid
the time.
show.
Yeah, the movies
Turn
really
this shit
show
up,
us.
though. Turn the song up because
No, I just want to say one last thing with some real shit. It's
Yeah.
really all about where you. That was one of the realest things you said. It's all about where you take your mind. If you
Yeah.
really think you can do it, bro, I got gifts. We got to do another podcast.
Yes,
So I
and
need
now
some
we're
of
gonna
those
do
gifts
another
and
one
yours,
for
too.
real.
Like,
Word.
anything you think about, you
Yeah,
some shit make
dead
happen,
ass.
and you manifest shit.
yeah.
The shit I'm gonna say, the first thought we have in our head, that's really us. That's
Mhm.
God. That's what you should do.
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
thought, you second guessing. That's where you come in.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you like on your
Yeah.
bullshit. Like, you got your own opinion. No, the
Yeah.
first thing you thought, go with it.
That's
Yeah,
when. That's
true.
how you know.
Go
I
with
feel
your
like,
gut.
True.
All
I
the
feel like
time.
our body will tell us when trouble is near. When
Hell
shit,
yeah,
you in the
feel it.
area and shit
Hey,
feel
yo.
uncomfortable, that mean 'cause shit is
Something-
uncomfortable. That mean you need to get the fuck
Something
out.
told me not to go to work today and it started fucking snowing outside.
Exactly.
Yeah, see?
And you never know. You could
And
have
you
drove
getting
and
this
some
work
shit
right
could
here.
have fucking happened. You feel
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's like
See?
you gotta go with your first gut.
Al, you got
It's
any
the
last
same-
words?
oh,
Well, my bad, bro.
Nah, you good.
To
You-
be honest, nah, I think everybody touched on everything I really wanted to speak about. But run that last song back, bro. 'Cause that's
The Maxwell shit is still
yes.
on. It just like
Yeah, but he got started over.
Nah, I'm gonna play the song for it because it's a mix right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Bria, you got any last remarks?
No. Actually, no. My last remark is to be happy.
Yeah.
Always be
Yes,
happy.
cheers to being happy.
Yeah.
Find ways to
100%.
be happy.
All
Find the
time.
positive.
Oh.
Yeah, everything.
And stop
Always a
saying,
positive.
hey, yo,
Always a positive.
laws and shit like
Nuke,
that.
what's your last remarks?
It is what it is. Just when you get what you get.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Say, chase.
Yeah.
Last words, Zaya?
Shit. Just live until you die, I guess. Nah, we just living, having fun. We mad young, like really, we still babies at a grown community for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So whenever we come across somebody that's like 25, whatever, like, oh, you a baby? Like, yeah, I'm a baby. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Still a baby.
Ooh.
Still
Nah,
going
yeah.
through it, still learning. So I do gotta use the restroom though.
Security is key.
Secure.
Security is key, you feel me? That's the main thing, you feel me? And I want to shout out Zakaya for being a part of the podcast today, and my boy Allie Bandz for being a part of the
Thank you,
podcast,
y'all,
you
for
feel me?
inviting me.
Yeah.
For real.
Shout out to my co-hosts, Amaziah, Nuke, and Bria, you feel me? For always
It's Bria
sticking
from
here.
State Farm. You already know what the fuck going on.
I'm gonna start dabbing
Y'all
again.
fucking lit,
Yeah. I'm gonna start dabbing
Nah, but
again.
we gonna get you on another one, Zakaya. Nah, watch,
Hey,
bro. We
that
gonna
one,
get
that one, hey.
the next podcast. We gonna have everybody in this bitch. Like, whole crowd. Like,
I love
yeah.
it.
Nah, yeah, we gonna get a by like this time next year, we're gonna be in a whole different
That's what I'm
area.
saying.
Like, so that way, y'all can like lay down and everything while you talking if you want. Like, you know, my week
Make
been
that shit
hell,
a
boy.
therapy
I had to
session.
go to work. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna really make it comfortable so everybody could really show who they really are. Cause
It's still real nice with me.
word.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, man. It's gonna be lit.
I'm sorry, I gotta get up.
You really an old head, right?
But we all got
You feel
that
it,
in
dude?
us.
No, that
That
ass.
shit don't go nowhere.
Turn this shit out so we can feel it.